This has been a great visit with a great man, a great country. And you see what's going on, a tremendous investment in our country. And the development you just looked at, AI Plus, is going to be purchased through mostly companies based in the United States. And Jensen was here and the whole group, and I think it's going to be something very special. It's a massive project, and it's going to be brought through the United States largely, and it's an honor to be here. And the last 4 days have been really amazing. I think they've been amazing, but it shows you where our country can go. And I want to thank all of my team, Howard, Scott, everybody. They've done an amazing job. So we'll be leaving tomorrow, as you know. Almost destination unknown, because we're getting calls, could you be here, could you be there? But probably going back to Washington, D.C. tomorrow. Some of you are going to be traveling with us. And I'm going to sign the guest book now, and we appreciate you've treated us, the media's treated us very fairly. Maybe because you're with me, I don't know, but they've treated us very fairly. It's been an amazing trip. I don't think there's ever been anything like it. And great honor to be with you tonight. It's my honor. Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
السلام الوطني للولايات المتحدة الأمريكية. سلام سلاح.
انت طالعه
انزين.
صوتك طالع.
من يطلعون يطلعون طبعا.
يعني باخد وصل
خلونا بس ممكن على وصول هم واقفين كله.
انا ممكن احمل انا مكان حتى في جهود وانت لو شفت حد جيب الابوست تبع النافيجيشن
لازم اوفر.
هندي
لا بقدر العب على الهواء. المغرب انت عن الباب. هذا لو يبعد عن الباب. بالضبط.
آخر واحدة لأنه I don't have vision.
قدرت شلون؟ ولا شايفين ايش؟
خليه بتكسر على حاجة خالص.
يعني انتوا كلكم وقفتوا قدام يا حبايبي.
This will contribute $1 billion and jobs supported through our excellent that is dedicated because it is an absolute
So impressive, and I'm just here, I'd like you to hear it. The investment that they're making into the United States for a reason, mostly November 5th. But I think it's so impressive. I'd love to have you speak. We have some of the greatest people on earth in business, ExxonMobil, etc. And they could say a couple of words also. But this is a very big investment, you can see. And I'd love to have them speak so that you could hear it as well as me. So please
as
go
you
ahead.
can see on the map, we exist in 250 assets in 18 different states. This spans the whole energy value chain from gas development, production, exploration, distribution, and liquefaction, LNG terminals, energy infrastructure.
Is the money that they're spending, they will be spending in the United States over a period
Our
of...
current investments are 70
Right.
billion. We committed 370 billion over the next 10 years, leading to 440 billion by 2035. This will have an annual
$440 billion.
This will have an annual GDP impact of $29 billion US, and it will support 470,000 jobs. This is what XRG was created for. It's an internationally dedicated investment company focused on the energy value chain. The U.S. has become an absolute imperative when it comes to our investment strategy. We're investing across the value chain of gas, specialty chemicals, energy infrastructure, as well as low carbon solutions. And here, this is just an example how great and how well cemented and deeply rooted the existing relationship with the U.S.
ExxonMobil is right here.
Exxon is investing with us here in the UAE, and we're also investing with them in the US, Occidental Petroleum and EOG. And I'd like to, Mr. President, with your permission, just to give them the
Occidental
opportunity.
Petroleum. This is the most powerful woman in the petroleum business. That's what they tell me. I don't know. What do I know?
So our partners have committed in new investments worth $60 billion US in upstream oil and gas, as well as new unconventional opportunities. Please.
Well, Mr. President, we're obviously the largest, ExxonMobil, the largest investor in oil and gas in the United States. We're also a large investor in the United Arab Emirates. ADNOC is a strategic partner of ours globally. We look at it as the best of both. Exxon brings the technology and the global experience. ADNOC have a deep capability set. The best of the both is the way we're developing businesses.
It's great. Great job you're doing.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
The U.S. appreciates it.
With Exxon, Mr. President, we're proud to present you with Marpax. This is a drop of the highest quality, lightest crude, highest API, lowest carbon intensity crude ever created. That's just a drop. And this is what we both produce. Sorry. Description and technology is what
Howard, how are you? See you.
So this is one drop of oil. Now they think I'm happy with that. This is the highest quality oil there is on the planet. And they only gave me a drop.
Way to go, Tump.
Can you imagine? But anyway, but it's tremendous what you're doing.
Nobody recognized benchmark. Marpax.
It's going to be great. Yep, I know that very well. Everybody knows that. Excellent. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
I'll see you.
Thank you very much. You want to say who you are?
Yeah, as Jacob representing EOG Resources, we're excited to get a concession, first of its kind for unconventional oil resources here in Abu Dhabi, partnering with ADNOC, leading energy company in the world. We're very excited to be here. We appreciate the opportunity. And just excited to be a first of its kind concession to develop the unconventional resources here in Abu Dhabi and the UAE. I think it'll be the beginning of a long-term strategic partnership for both companies.
Very much for the investment too.
I'm Vicki Holland with Occidental Petroleum, and we've been here 25 years, and together with ADNOC, we took on one of the most difficult projects here in the UAE, and that was to build the largest ultra-sour gas processing plant in the world in the middle of the desert, where it took 43,000 people at the peak of construction. We had to build a small city for that, and we built it on time and on budget because of the strength of the ADNOC technical capabilities along with ours. But now we're going to take that technical expertise, we're going to expand that plant from the 1 BCF a day that it was. We've already expanded it to 1.4, and now we're going to take it up to 1.8 times that. So that technology is going well for us, and we've been highly successful with it. The next technology that we'll partner with ADNOC on is in the United States. It's our direct air capture facility that will take CO2 out of the atmosphere and use that CO2 in our oil reservoirs to enhance our production and extend the energy independence of the United States.
And the profits all go to the United States, and also the firms used to do the building, most of them, a lot of them, and the equipment purchased is made in the United States. So it's been an amazing relationship. And we have a few others that we're going to show you also, but this has been great. Congratulations. It's a great job. Scott, do you have anything to say? And Howard?
This has been an incredible trip in terms of bringing foreign direct investment into the U.S. and solidifying our position with our partners, and seeing you with these leaders over the past 3 days has been an incredible experience, and it's going to enhance the partnership and grow the U.S. economy. So peace and prosperity.
But I only got one drop. Right? One drop.
But it's high quality.
We're working on a barrel. We'll send you a barrel.
So the AI industrial revolution is coming to the world, and it needs power. And so our focus is going to be to dramatically increase the power production in America. We're going to bring our partners with us. We're going to do it together, and we're going to try to double the power capacity of the United States of America under your leadership. So this is incredibly exciting.
Well, your solo was presented last night, and there's nothing like that anywhere in the world, and the United States is the big beneficiary, and now they're also moving into many sites like what you saw last night, and actually it'll actually even be bigger. And we have many of those already committed and going forward. Some of them have already started, and we've got their permits in record time. Otherwise, it would be years and years waiting. Their permits are already gotten. In fact, a couple of them that you know very well, the biggest in the business, said, we can't believe it, we have a permit to build an electric plant, and we got it in very short order. So it's really been amazing. And we're going to go through a list of a couple of different groups, and you're going to see some incredible investment going back into the U.S. Okay, this will be healthcare.
See you again.
Nice to see you.
My colleague's Tom, you know him? He's a clinic.
Yes, go good.
Mike from Oracle.
Say hello to Larry.
Exactly.
He's great friends. Say hello.
Great one. Linus.
Couldn't we let them come over here?
Of course. Please.
Might as well, I think. Yeah. Why don't you stand right here where you can see?
Let's bring the press closer.
You want to get over here, Marty? You want to get over here, Marty?
I mean, no.
Over here. Go ahead if you like. We'll show you the individual. Bring the camera over here. Is that okay, Doug?
Absolutely, sir. Thank you, Marty. Where's the full camera? I'll lay it right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Where's the full camera, Peter? Full camera. CBS, where are you?
Wait 1 second. Let's look at that. We're going to go through
right here.
Yes.
Right here, Harry. Right here.
All right, so this is very interesting on healthcare, and if you could take it away.
Yes, sir. To pick up on my colleague talked sometime just now about the energy.
Yeah.
In the UAE, we changed the formula of Einstein of E equals to mc squared to E equals to I. Energy equals to intelligence. And last night, you unveiled an amazing project, the largest intelligence factory to be built outside the United States. And we believe the best use case of intelligence, AI, is in healthcare. As much as we follow our colleague Elon Musk going to the outer space, we believe the inner space of humanity need to be better explored. And that's why healthcare is so critical. If you allow me, Mr. President. Here is a brief overview of what we're doing today in Abu Dhabi already, together with our US partners, building one of the most intelligent healthcare systems in the world. Intelligent means it's low cost and high quality, equal access for all. We have linked all the hospitals and the ecosystem of healthcare, including providers, patients, and payers, in a single network. So all the data is in one single place. No paperwork everywhere to be filled out, wherever you go. We already are applying AI from medical imaging to doctor all hospitals in the US. And $4.5 billion numbers of clinical and insurance records are consolidated. Most importantly, we have the largest genomic program in the world, bigger than UK government. Almost 1 million people have been sequenced.
So this is going to make a tremendous difference on health. You're just going to find out what's wrong with somebody a lot quicker.
100%. That's good. You know, we invented the large language model. It unlocked the secret of human thinking and communications. Now we need to build a large biology model, because our biology is a different language than English, Russian, or any other language. This is a new AI platform we're building with our American partners.
I was just going to introduce Cleveland Clinic is here, and a gentleman from Oracle representing Larry Ellison and Crux. Larry's he's a great guy, a great man actually. And you have the best partners, and again, they're working here, they're U.S. companies, and it's all ultimately coming back to the U.S., and they'll be doing even bigger versions of this. This is a real pioneering thing, and so many good things are going to come out of AI, but most of you haven't seen yet. But the number of plants being built in the United States is at a level that nobody can even imagine. And the big ones, right? The really big ones. And what we showed last night was fantastic. That was great honor. With a great leader in this country. So, would you like to say something?
Yes. Tommy Heinrich from Cleveland Clinic. What you can see here, since 2008, there was just this small island in the desert. In 2025, this is the Cleveland Clinic in Abu Dhabi.
Some difference, yeah.
4 million. Yeah, 4 million square foot facility. Wow. That has transformed healthcare in this part of the world. So now 10 years since the opening, it has become the best hospital here in the region, and people from the region, from all over the place, come here to experience the best of U.S. healthcare that is available here in the United Arab Emirates.
And AI is going to really take it over, right?
And AI is going to enter into the new era when this is going to get even better, scalable, and then available to people in the United States as well as here in the UAE and ultimately all over the world. And that's why the collaboration with Oracle is so important.
Two great U.S. companies benefiting, and it comes back to our country. And they're doing things like this and even at a bigger level. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a tremendous honor to partner with the Cleveland Clinic and G42. This AI platform that we're rolling out in the United States and in Abu Dhabi here at the Cleveland Clinic is not just about making it a little bit better. It's about making things dramatically better, reinventing healthcare, reinventing the technology around healthcare, and bending the cost curve down when people get sick by knowing what's wrong with them far more quickly, and then perhaps even more importantly, keeping them from getting sick in the first place. And the answer is in aggregating all of this data And again, we're just honored and thank you, Mr. President, for all the support to make this possible.
I'm just thinking, we have a president of the United States doing the selling. Do you think Biden would be doing it? I don't think so. But it's so important. I think I have to be a cheerleader for our country. That's why our country is doing so well. And it's people like this that make it work, and we appreciate it. Great job at Cleveland Clinic, and say hello to Larry. Okay? And now we'll take a look at aviation.
Products and services that are coming to the USA with our partners like Boeing, RTX, and other world-class partners from the USA. One of the most important things that this is going to induce more than $60 billion worth of GDP and create jobs of over 12,000 jobs in the USA.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're glad with this relationship. It's been an impressive relationship with Etihad and Boeing and GE. And Mr. President, we're also doubling our capacity and our fleet with Boeing from 57 to nearly 100 aircraft.
Yeah.
And we just reached a deal also with Boeing so far, and it's been an incredible relationship. Maybe you want to say some few words, Stephanie?
Well, as you know, Mr. President, the growth in this region is incredible, and our strategic partnership with Etihad as well as with Emirates and Fly Dubai is incredibly important to us. We appreciate your support and leadership. We look forward to basically supporting them and doubling their fleet over the next several years, both in terms of maintenance and new airplanes.
That's great. Kelly's doing good. Kelly's been here for a couple of days, actually. It's very good.
Mr. President, our backbone aircraft is actually Boeing in Etihad Airways. And it is, Mr. President, and it tells you a lot about the relationship that we have with the U.S. companies. And our CEO also...
You buy mostly Boeings, right?
Yes, sir.
Completely Boeings?
The backbone, over 70% are Boeing.
It's just my opinion, but Boeing makes the best plane. And they've had some headaches over the last few years, but they make the best plane, and you see what's happening. And it's not the only case, but a lot of people are ordering the Boeing jets, and they're gearing up. And I think it's going to be one of the great stories. And the General Electric engine is phenomenal. The big body General Electric engine is phenomenal. So it's great to see. Thank you. So you focus on Boeing then?
Yes, sir. And probably
and the GE engine, they burn 20% less fuel, which is really, really important in terms of efficiency and emissions.
It's a hot engine.
So it's a very hot engine.
That's the hottest engine. That's great. 20% less fuel. That sounds good.
Mr. President,
how many engines will they be buying then, ultimately?
About 100. Altogether, about 100.
The big ones.
Yeah, the big
ones. Are they the biggest engines at this point?
The 777X, yes.
That's the biggest one. That's the one we're hearing about.
Yes. And it's an amazing plane. We're really excited to announce.
They had a breakthrough GE on engines, and their big engine is the hottest engine there is. It's through the roof. And General Electric, you talk about a comeback. General Electric has made one of the great comebacks, and it's both in healthcare and other things, but on your engine, I think that's really maybe the greatest story of them all. They came out with a way to make a better engine with 20% less fuel, and that's a tough combination. So congratulations. I was with Larry yesterday, and he's done a fantastic job.
And great customer service, which is very important for engines. So
true.
It's not only selling the engine, but keeping the engines running. So extremely important.
Yeah, well, you can be proud of yourselves. So a tremendous investment being made in the United States by this group and this airline, and they don't need financing. That's a nice point. You know, a lot of them say subject to financing. They don't say subject to financing. They have no problem. So thank you very much. What a great honor.
We're also announcing today our first flight to Charlotte.
Oh, good.
North Carolina.
Today, North Carolina.
That's a good place.
Yes.
It's the first airline in the Middle East to fly to Charlotte, North Carolina. So
Well, they have the
today,
PGA Championship going on there right now,
Yes.
so
today
you
we
can
open
hurry
for
up
sale.
and you get some people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, Mr. President, UAE has and is the only first pre-clearance facility in Asia and Middle East. And so far we've been passing through pre-clearance over 1 million passengers.
A lot of other people are looking for that, you know.
We're very proud to have this relationship with the USA, and it really added a lot of value to our airline. And finally, Mr. President, we just signed also the naming rights of the New York City Football Club by Etihad.
Oh, good.
And we're spending over $800 million.
So where is
in
it?
Queens.
I know the area well.
It's right next to City
I
Field.
grew up in Queens. I know the area very well.
Right next to City Field.
Oh, that's great. Wow. That's where they used to fix the cars. And a lot of other things got fixed there. A lot of things. That's a great site. So how many will that hold?
25,000?
It's 25,000.
And is that primarily for soccer?
It's for soccer. And yeah, they'll do concerts there.
Will they be using that in the Olympics?
It will be available to be used.
Yeah,
if they
because
choose.
it's prime.
Yeah.
You know, for some of the games.
I mean, Queens, you know. That
It's going out to the Met, but it's prime.
It'll be a state-of-the-art stadium. You can see
Yeah.
it.
We have the World Cup coming.
Absolutely.
And we have World Cup coming, and we have the Olympics coming over the next couple of years. That's great.
We have another nice time for you.
You're going to do great with this.
Thank you so much.
I know this location. See, you were born here. I was born
Yes.
here. You picked a good location.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
I'm not going to do that. We broke ground.
Come on over here.
Hamid from AGA, Emirates Global Aluminum.
Yes.
Pleasure hosting
Very
you, sir.
good. You do a good job with the aluminum.
This is a very special project, Mr. President. It's in
Here's a big, very special project. Please, go ahead.
So, sir, this is UAE technology. Smelters. It's been developed over 35 years. And we're exporting it to the world. And the first big project in our group is the U.S. state of Oklahoma. We're going to invest $4 billion. We're going to
Investing $4 billion in Oklahoma, Doug. So if you want to move after you finish with the camera stuff, you can get a part-time in Oklahoma. I don't think you're going to be giving up the camera, right? Go ahead.
So, sir, today the U.S. produces about 700,000 tons. We're almost doubling that capacity
That's great.
in
Wow.
2030.
So what percentage will that be of the market in the U.S.?
Today you're importing 4.2
That's good.
million tons. This is going to be about 40% now with that capacity.
That's fantastic.
And what we're doing, Mr. President, is we're actually moving also 150,000 by the end of this year into recycled aluminum. So we're not just waiting for the smelter to be built in 2030, we're actually building capacity.
So how much
now.
will you be spending in the U.S. to make your plants bigger and add the new plant?
Another plant. After we complete 75%, we can look at another investment. But we'll probably
Right,
take
no,
another
but the expansion.
The expansion,
Yeah.
it's going to be about another $300 billion because this is recycled. It's a company in Minnesota we bought last year.
Oh.
Mr. President, yes.
See, they're doing all of this work in the U.S. with the aluminum. They do a lot of aluminum here, but if they do it here, they have to pay a big tariff to send it in.
Exactly.
So you know what they're doing? They're building a big plant in the U.S. There's no tariff.
We're exporting 700,000
Yeah.
tons. Now we're going to make it in the U.S.
No, it's
That's where
you're
we're
going to make it in the U.S. now, so it's amazing. That's
The great thing, Mr. President, is 4,000 jobs are going to be starting now in the construction of this building. And then when we finish the smelter, we'll have 1,000 jobs steady state.
You know the sad part? Whoever's next president, let's just say whoever's the next president is going to say, what a great job they did. Look, I built all these plants, I built all these factories.
You're going to finish it fast.
Look at that.
I want the credits. I want the credits.
Now, can you imagine? I'll be sitting home, who the hell knows where I'll be, and I'll say, I did that, and everyone will say, but somebody's going to be cutting a ribbon and say, well, we're going to be finished long before that.
Yes, that's the game.
Somebody's going to be taking the credit for this. You remember, press. This guy did it. Go ahead.
Mr. President, with your leadership, you're going to get us.
Sure, right? Of course. We're not going to get it.
You're going to get us. We're going to go fast. Get us across.
Go fast. They're going to go fast.
So Governor Stitt of Oklahoma said that. this is the upstream of aluminum, Mr. President.
Yeah.
We're going to have
So
all
it's
of the
high-end,
businesses.
this is all high-end aluminum, pretty
This is
much.
premium aluminum. but
And
all
how do you
of-
define premium aluminum?
It is 99.99%
I see.
of purity of aluminum. And what we're talking about, this is the top of the supply chain. Now, all of these companies, thousands of jobs, can come into healthcare, into construction, automobiles, aerospace, all of that is going to be built around this.
Where do they use premium aluminum? What kind of like for cars?
Engines, aircraft parts,
Engines.
space crafts, medical equipment, all of that requires this, Mr. President.
That's fantastic.
And that's where the end of it, and I will pass on to Chris to
Yes.
talk about gallium.
Well, the reason RTX or as a defense contractor is interested in this, because one of the byproducts of aluminum production is a critical metal called gallium. And gallium is incredibly important to our defense products.
You do the Patriot. Yes. The Patriot missile is here.
And so for the range that's required, search area that's required, you need gallium. So what this does is it ensures you have supply. Because this is done in very few places in the world, and we need to make sure that it's plentiful and available to us.
How much aluminum is used in the Patriot missile?
It's gallium, sir. That's the important part. Because the gallium comes from the US. And of course, we use aluminum in our aerospace products as well. So very important all around. The gallium in particular to the incredible defense system.
How do you define gallium? How do you define it? Gallium, most people don't know.
Yes, we're a rare earth metal. Yeah.
It can come from many locations, I would imagine.
It can today it is to the port to the point China. So we can make sure we continue to have access to it for our defense system. That pipeline comes out.
Yeah, a little bit comes out.
When will you be finished with this?
Probably in another couple of years.
2 years.
Most of that
We'll go for a ribbon.
and an incredible high power American. Yeah, it's going to our allies. Gallium is critical.
That's great. You have to find other locations.
Absolutely.
You do have to find other locations.
Mr. President, Tulsa.
Mr. President, Tulsa, with the governor, we'll need you to break
no,
ground over
no,
there.
it's great. It's a great place. So I won Oklahoma. They have 77 counties, and I won all 77, 3 times in a row. Second was Ronald Reagan. He won 56 of the 77. I won all 77, so you better behave, otherwise I'll tell the people not to buy your aluminum. Now it's a great company, great everything, but you see the big investment that's being made in building a massive plant, expanding and building a massive aluminum plant in Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. It's something, right? 77 out of 77, all 3 times.
Incredible.
So, great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We have one more. Thank you.
Pleasure to see you.
You know who that is? It's the boss
sir.
right
My
there.
boss?
He's the boss. He one word and he could close you up.
We know each other very well.
And he has a great father, so he's good genetics. You know, right?
Thank you,
It's my
sir.
friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Our partnership between the United States of America and the United Arab Emirates. So it's our culture drives our aspirations and ambitions. It harnesses our heritage to shape the future across cultures. Saadiyat Cultural District is a district that celebrates global culture. It is one of the greatest concentrations of cultural institutions. It consists of the President of Abu Dhabi, the Louvre Abu Dhabi, the Sheikh Zayed National Museum, the History Museum Abu Dhabi, Team Lab Phenomena, and the Abrahamic family.
Fantastic. Cool. That is fantastic.
You can see that shortly.
Whoa. Mr. President, Guggenheim, we largest Guggenheim to date. Designed by the great Frank.
Oh, did he do the whole?
Yes, sir.
He did all of it.
Yes, sir.
Frank Gehry is
Just the Guggenheim.
Beautiful.
And Mr. President, construction will be educational programs. We just hosted an Abu Dhabi International Jazz Day with Herbie Hancock. And of course, we're partnering with the Grammys, the Recording Academy, for the MENA region. Mr. President, Abu Dhabi is the home of entertainment. And to be a home of entertainment, we have partnered with some of the best U.S. partners here. Warner Brothers Abu Dhabi opened its door in 2021. At the time, it was the world's largest indoor theme park. We also opened the first Warner Brothers hotel in Abu Dhabi with great IPs like DC, the Jetsons, Flintstones, Looney Tunes, and Tom and Jerry, and others to come. We've started construction this summer of the first Harry Potter themed land. It's going to be a marvelous place, also all indoor. We also opened, Mr. President, SeaWorld Abu Dhabi here in Abu Dhabi, and now it's become the world's largest indoor marine life theme park in the world. And of course, working with our good friends from SeaWorld, we've opened the first research and rescue center, first of its kind in the region. And now, Mr. President, is where the magic happens. We just signed a phenomenal deal.
Sure.
Just read about it. Yes, sir. This will bring the magic of Disney to the region and beyond. This is going to be the most technologically advanced park ever built, and it's going to bring a whole new world of imagination to the region. Of course, Mr. President, we love sport. And sport entertains the world. We've also partnered with some of the best American institutions to bring that to the world. Of course, Formula One, that happens every single year in December here in Abu Dhabi. It's the last race. And it brings thousands of visitors from around the world to enjoy the race.
So that will move to this area?
It's currently on Yas Island. It's an island of entertainment that hosts theme parks and many more sports events.
That's a great way to do it. Go ahead.
That first image, Mr. President, with the golf course, that's already built. That's already operational.
Yes, sir. I know you're a fan of the golf courses. The golf course is designed by an American golf architect, Paul Phillips. It's one of the top 50 golf courses around the world. Of course, Mr. President, the UFC are great partners, and everything we do, Mr. President, is about long-term partnerships. We've hosted this partnership since 2010, and we've extended it till 2029. We host several fights here in Abu Dhabi. We host a fight night, and we have a championship fight every October. We're also working currently, Mr. President, to having a center of excellence with the UFC here in Abu Dhabi.
Also, we've been investors in the UFC, Mr. President.
And there's nobody better than Dana White.
We made a lot of money with him. He's a good friend of ours. A great investor.
Yes,
Mr. President, Jiu-Jitsu is our national sport. And we export Jiu-Jitsu to all over the world. And predominantly, one of our biggest partners is the U.S., where we host several championships throughout U.S. cities. Last year, we hosted the World Jiu-Jitsu Championships in Dallas. That's a partnership we want to grow. 40 events launched from 2009. Well, Mr. President, sports. Again, we have a fantastic relationship with the National Basketball Association, where we host exhibition games every year here in Abu Dhabi. Thousands of fans from around the world experience this fantastic sport. Since we've partnered with the NBA, there has been a 50% increase in regional participation between young boys and young women. Also, Mr. President, we do sponsorship deals with the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, and Madison Square Garden.
Of course, you can't go to Yas Island without being a home of entertainment. Last year, we had 111 events, 1.6 million attendees. musical events from all over the world, predominantly from amazing musical artists coming from the United States of America. And of course, to host them moving forward, we're going to host them in the Sphere Abu Dhabi, similar to the one that's in Vegas. But this is the 2.0 version.
Similar size?
Yes, sir. 22,000.
It's a good one, yeah.
And this will be
It's bigger, I think.
This will be slightly bigger, and the technology will be slightly enhanced, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr.
That's amazing. These are all American companies. They're doing very well here. We work together. So it's not only the investment coming in by the hundreds of billions, into our country, like you see in Oklahoma, like you see all over in many of the jobs with Exxon and Boeing and so many great companies, but we work together, and the money that's made here comes back to us, and many of the contractors, I would imagine, come even for this. They come from here. Plus, a lot of the entertainment itself comes here. So it's an incredible thing. Now, here's the good news. I've been doing this for 4 days. I leave now and get onto a 42-year-old Boeing, but new ones are coming. New ones are coming. And it's been an incredible 4 days. It's, I want to thank your family. Your family is so unbelievable, the job they've done. And your father has been really incredible. The job they've done here is incredible. And we've made it work. And you know, they were being wooed by others, but there's no more wooing. I think we're in pretty good shape.
Absolutely.
There's no more wooing. I've been friends with leaders, 3 leaders in particular, that we saw over the last 3, 4 days, 5 days. And they're great people. They're great people, and they love our country, and we love them. So it's been. Now it's time to go back home. My daughter had a baby. I'm going to go back home and see that little baby. And then we get back to a lot of work. We'll see what happens with Russia and Ukraine. I think it's something that's just, we got to stop the killing. 5,000 people a week. 5,000 young people a week on average being killed in a war that is going nowhere. It's a shame. Should have never happened. But we have other things to do also. Plus we have an Iran situation. Take care of one way or the other. We're taken care of. It'll be taken care of 100. Done nice, not nicely, and the not nicely is not a good thing for them. And I think we're talking to them, and I think they've come a long way. So I just want to thank the media's been very fair, I have to say, and they realize the importance of what we've done here, and it really is, and it's an honor, and it's sort of easy for me because I know the people. I've known them. I've known your father for a lot longer than I've been in politics, because I did have another life. That was a very good life and a very successful life, but this is something that's really successful because we're doing it for 325 million people. And the United States now is the hottest country anywhere in the world. And you see that even with enlistments, military enlistments setting records. 6 months ago, you couldn't get anybody to go into the military, and so many other things. So we're just doing great. We have probably, I was saying 2 days ago, we have $10 trillion of investment. And now the 10 trillion is probably 12 or 13, I think, Scott and
Yes, sir.
Howard. I think we're probably looking at 10 to, now we're looking at 13, maybe $13 trillion. These are numbers that nobody's ever, even you guys, you've never heard of numbers. These are numbers that nobody's ever heard of before.
We're not as big as the United States, Mr. President.
No, you're not. You better not be.
We punch above our weight.
You do. He does. That I agree. That's right. If you get that big, I'm going to not like you so much anymore. So I want to thank everybody. The media's been great. And we'll see you guys back in Washington, D.C. See you. Even Peter's being nice today. Have a good time.
Is she well?
Say it.
You had a chance to FaceTime? You got a chance to talk?
Yes, I have. I have spoken to her a couple of times. She's doing great. The baby's great. And we'll be seeing them very soon. Very nice. Thank you very much.
You mentioned Russia. Can we ask you a quick question on
that?
Yeah. You said that you didn't expect him to go if you didn't go. The question might be then, when are you going to do it? Why wait?
Well, we're going to, I think it's time for us to just do it. I said, they all said Putin was going and Zelensky was going, and I said, if I don't go, I guarantee Putin's not going. And he didn't go, and I understand that, but
We're going to get it. We're going to get it done. We got to get it done. 5,000 young people are being killed every single week on average, and we're going to get it done.
Were you surprised when Zelensky didn't show up either, sir? Were you surprised when Zelensky didn't show up either?
No, he didn't show up because he heard Putin wasn't going. So
when do you think you'll meet the president?
as soon as we can set it up. I would actually leave here and go. I do want to see my beautiful grandson, it's a son, and we'll be doing that. But I will tell you that the world is a much safer place right now, and I think in 2 or 3 weeks we could have it be a much, much safer place. We're going to handle a couple of situations that you have here. We have some very serious situations, and we're looking at Gaza, and we got to get that taken care of. A lot of people are starving. A lot of people are. There's a lot of bad things going on. Okay. Thank you all very much, and in particular, I want to thank you.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you. Okay, we're going to get everything
Always a
straightened
pleasure.
out.
Please.
Mr. President, if you don't mind,
Thank you.
I'd love to get your signature. I'd love to get your signature.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. I'll see you there. Okay, where do you want us to go?
I think it's going to be good.
Let's hold right here. We're going to go back to Lisa.
US, please be on a side. UAE, please be on a side.
Okay, U.S. media, come stand by me.
US media, please, could you be on a side?
By me.
UAE media, please, could you be on a side?
Travels, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll see you on the other side.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
U.S. media on this side, UAE on this side.
UAE over here. U.S. right here. Sorry, look in my armpit. That's what that smells like? Hey, Marley, Alex. All my lovely are going to get
That was clear from the beginning. Yes, ma'am. Understand. Understand.
Mark. All right, what which is going in now?
Our game plan is when they are ready for us, we'll go into the round table. We have a desired area for
Into our country, like you see in Oklahoma, like you see all over in many of the jobs with Exxon and Boeing and so many great companies. But we work together, and the money that's made here comes back to us, and many of the contractors, I would imagine, come even for this. They come from here. Plus, a lot of the entertainment itself comes here. So it's an incredible thing. Now, here's the good news. I've been doing this for 4 days. I leave now and get onto a 42-year-old Boeing, but new ones are coming. New ones are coming. And it's been an incredible 4 days. It's I want to thank your family. Your family is so unbelievable, the job they've done. And your father has been really incredible. The job they've done here is incredible. And we've made it work. And, you know, they were being wooed by others. But there's no more wooing. I think we're in pretty good shape.
Absolutely.
There's no more wooing. I've been friends with leaders, 3 leaders in particular, that we saw over the last 3, 4 days, 5 days. And they're great people. They're great people, and they love our country. And we love them. So it's been. Now it's time to go back home. My daughter had a baby. I'm going to go back home and see that little baby. And then we get back to a lot of work. We'll see what happens with Russia and Ukraine. I think it's something that's just, we got to stop the killing. 5,000 people a week. 5,000 young people a week on average being killed in a war that is going nowhere. It's a shame. Should have never happened. But we have other things to do also. Plus we have an Iran situation. Take care of one way or the other. We're taken care of. It'll be taken care of. 100 done nice, not nicely, and the not nicely is not a good thing for them. And I think we're talking to them, and I think they've come a long way. So I just want to thank the media's been very fair, I have to say, and they realize the importance of what we've done here. And it really is, and it's an honor. And it's sort of easy for me because I know the people. I've known them. I've known your father for a lot longer than I've been in politics, because I did have another life. That was a very good life and a very successful life. But this is something that's really successful because we're doing it for 325 million people. And the United States now is the hottest country anywhere in the world. And you see that even with enlistments, military enlistments setting records. 6 months ago, you couldn't get anybody to go into the military, and so many other things. So we're just doing great. We have probably, I was saying 2 days ago, we have $10 trillion of investment, and now the 10 trillion is probably 12 or 13, I think, Scott and
Yes, sir.
Howard. I think we're probably looking at 10 to, now we're looking at 13, maybe $13 trillion. These are numbers that nobody's ever, even you guys, you've never heard of numbers. These are numbers that nobody's ever heard of before.
We're not as big as the United States, Mr. President.
No, you're not. You better not be.
We punch above our weight.
You do. Yes, that I agree. That's right. If you get that big, I'm going to not like you so much anymore. So I want to thank everybody. The media's been great. And we'll see you guys back in Washington, D.C. See you. Even Peter's being nice today. Have a good time.
Is she well?
Say it.
You had a chance to FaceTime? You got a chance to talk?
Yes, I have. I have spoken to her a couple of times. She's doing great. The baby's great. And we'll be seeing them very soon. Very nice. Thank you very much.
You mentioned Russia. Can we ask you a quick question on
that?
You said that you didn't expect him to go if you didn't go. The question might be then, when are you going to do it? Why wait?
Well, we're going to, I think it's time for us to just do it. I said, they all said Putin was going and Zelensky was going, and I said, if I don't go, I guarantee Putin's not going. And he didn't go, and I understand that, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it done. We got to get it done. 5,000 young people are being killed every single week on average, and we're going to get it done.
Were you surprised when Zelensky didn't show up either, sir? Were you surprised when Zelensky didn't show up either?
No, he didn't show up because he heard Putin wasn't going, so.
When do you think you'll meet President?
As soon as we can set it up. I would actually leave here and go. I do want to see my beautiful grandson, it's his son, and we'll be doing that. But I will tell you that the world is a much safer place right now, and I think in 2 or 3 weeks we could have it be a much, much safer place. We're going to handle a couple of situations that you have here. We have some very serious situations, and we're looking at Gaza, and we got to get that taken care of. A lot of people are starving. A lot of people are, there's a lot of bad things going on. Okay? Thank you all very much. And in particular, I want to thank you. There's a great relationship with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. There's great friendships. I can tell you that at the top level, the relationship and friendship is good. It's a really unified Middle East. It's something that we haven't seen. The U.S. was absent for 4 years. We didn't really know too much what we were doing for 4 years, and things were not going good. Other people were courting the Middle East, but they won't even waste their time in courting them any longer. The people in this room have helped commence between the United States and United Arab Emirates grow $34 billion a year, America's second highest total in the Middle East, and catching, but the other one's going up very quickly also. The United States has also put $19.5 billion trade surplus with UAE, and we are really thriving economically. And over the last period of time, we started it 8 years ago, the relationship. Then it was interrupted, as you know, it was sadly interrupted, and not much happened. Nothing happened, actually. But the relationship is now at a much higher level than it ever was, and it's going to only go in one direction because of the relationship. We have American companies, we have Exxon, Oracle, RTX, Qualcomm, and many others, too many to name. Disney, I see the new theme park is going to be incredible. Bob Iger was in my office the other day, and he was showing it to me. It's going to be incredible. But we're making great progress toward a $1.4 trillion that UAE has announced that it intends to spend in the United States over the next couple of years. Yesterday, the two countries also agreed to create a path for UAE to buy some of the world's most AI semiconductors from a very big. This will generate billions of dollars in business. The UAE's plans to become a really major player in artificial intelligence, and I read where the oil is great, but you're going to have equally big and maybe even bigger at some point. You'll be surpassing it with AI and other businesses. So that's a great tribute to the job you've done here. The United Arab Emirates is also incredible strides in industries like energy and manufacturing. And I see the drive out, and when you amazing. We were here last night in the program, and the aluminum business. They're very big with aluminum, and now they're going to be spending a tremendous amount of money in one of my favorite places, Oklahoma, on expansion. And I say, just build your plant inside the United States. There's never been anything like it. We're at a level that no country has seen, I don't believe. We have, every time I meet, I usually increase it by about $1 trillion because we get news of another investment, but we're probably in the $12 to $13 trillion range of investments, and you can have a administration go for years and not have anything like that, and not only not that, have less than $8 trillion, and I think we're heading toward the $12 to $13 trillion between projects already announced, mostly announced, but some are going to be announced very shortly, and literally very shortly. And two things are the fact. November, the election, we had the most successful They don't want to have that anymore, whether it's the border where people pour into our country without being even checked or looked at. 21 million people. Many of them are not the people you want. I'm going to be very nice because this is a little bit different setting, but they're not the people you want. 99.9% closed. Nobody thought that was possible. We had a very successful border the first time. I won the election the first time in 2016 because of the border. We made it very good, very fast, but now it's even at a new level because I built hundreds of miles of wall, which we didn't have in the first election because I hadn't started that yet. But we will soon have a very safe country. We're getting people out. We need help from the courts. The courts are trying to think that they're taking privilege that they shouldn't have. That was not what the election was all about. The election was they want people that shouldn't be there, people that are criminals in many cases. They want them out. They want them out. We're going to get them out fast. We just reached a fantastic trade deal, as you know, with the United Kingdom, which was wonderful. And we have another big one that we just reached with China. The China deal is a very big deal. It's in the process of continuing to be formed. But they wanted to make that deal very badly. And we have, at the same time, 150 countries that want to make a deal, but you're not able to see that many countries. So at a certain point over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I think Scott and Howard will be sending letters out, essentially telling people, it would be very fair, but we'll be telling people what they'll be paying to do business in the United States. So essentially be paying to be doing business in the United States. I guess you could say they could appeal it, but for the most part, I think we're going to be very fair. but it's not possible to meet the number of people that want to see us. And people have said they've never seen anything like's taken place over the last 4 days in terms of investment, in terms of the kind of money coming back into the United States. And all that money, the money is a nice word, but it's really jobs. We have jobs that are at a level that we very soon will not be able to, nobody can duplicate it. And people want to be our partner. They want to be investing in the United States. And they weren't doing that. They weren't happy with the United States for a pretty long period of time. So we've done something that I'm very proud of. We'll be heading back now, and I look forward to that. We'll go back to D.C. I just had a little announcement of a beautiful grandchild, a boy, Tiffany and Michael. So we're very excited about that. I look forward to that. I probably should have left yesterday, but I couldn't disappoint you. Your father would have been extremely upset with me, and you would have been more upset.
He would have understood.
We had such a beautiful evening, and they planned it so beautifully. I said, I'm going to have to wait just a little bit. But the way we were treated by your family, the way we were treated by Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and others has just been so I'm very proud to be representing the United States of America. And thank you all for being here. And media, thank you very much. You've been very fair. Thank you very much.
Mr.
The big body General Electric engine is phenomenal. So it's great to see. Thank you. So you focus on going there.
Yes. And another DG and 20% less fuel. Really, really important.
It's a hot engine.
It's a very hot engine.
That's good. 20% less fuel. That sounds good.
Mr. President, we
How
have
many
it.
engines will they be buying then?
About 100.
And are they the biggest engines at this point?
The 207X, yes.
That's the biggest one. That's the one we're hearing about.
And anything amazing range, really excited to.
They had a breakthrough GE on engines. Their big engine is the hottest engine there is. It's through the roof. And General Electric, you talk about a comeback. General Electric has made one of the great comebacks, and it's both in healthcare and other things. But on your engine, I think that's really maybe the greatest story of them all. They came out with a way to make a better engine with 20% less fuel, and that's a tough combination. So congratulations. I was with Larry yesterday, and he's done a fantastic job.
And great customer service.
Yeah.
Which is very important.
Yeah. It's true.
It's not only selling the engine, but keeping the engine running. That's really important.
You can be proud of yourselves. So a tremendous investment being made in the United States by this group and this airline. And they don't need financing. Subject to financing. They don't say subject to financing. No problem. Thank you very much. What a great
Come here, please. Here, you can see.
The first airline they have the PGA Championship going on there right now. So today we will hurry up and you get some seat.
And also, has and is the only first facility in Asia and Middle East. And so far we've been passing through clearance over 1 million passengers.
A lot of other people are looking for that. I'm very proud of it.
In inaugurating the 1 gigawatt AI cluster, a historic step forward in the UAE-US partnership on artificial intelligence. This initiative provides significant dollars on chips
sales, technology investment in U.S. companies, and places our partnership at the forefront of the innovation economy. Joining me today are many of the UAE key business and government leaders. Mr. President, this group represents over $3 trillion. Last year. Source of foreign direct investment into the U.S. following this year's announcement of $1.4 trillion committed to the U.S. economy. After hearing from business leaders across key sectors just before this meeting, I'm pleased to announce additional major initiatives, Mr. President. Emirates Global Aluminum is investing $4 billion to build a new smelter in Oklahoma. It has 34 new Boeing aircraft. ADNOC and XRG are committing tens of billions of dollars to expand U.S. energy infrastructure. And in healthcare, M42 is partnering with Oracle and the Cleveland Clinic to launch an AI platform that will transform patient care. These projects stand as a testament to our shared vision for innovation and growth. Mr. President, the UAE deeply values its strategic partnership with the United States. Like you, we believe in thinking big and moving fast. We are proud of what we have built together and look forward to what comes next. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and it's an honor to be with so many great business people and friends of mine from great business people and friends of mine from this area and from back in the United States. You came, and it's an honor that you did. This has been an amazing 4-day period. I think like none other. There's never been anything like it, actually. And I'm quoting sources that don't particularly prefer me. There has not been anything like what we've done in the last 4 days. But I want to thank His Highness, and I want to also thank His Highness Sheikh Tahnoon for welcoming us to this. See in Oklahoma, like you see all over, many of the jobs with Exxon and Boeing and so many great companies. But we work together, and the money that's made here comes back to us, and many of the contractors, I would imagine, come even for this. Yes, they come from here. Plus, a lot of the entertainment itself comes here. Yes, so it's an incredible thing. Now, here's the good news. I've been doing this for 4 days. I leave now and get onto a 42-year-old Boeing, but new ones are coming. New ones are coming, and it's been an incredible 4 days. It's. I want to thank your family. Your family is so unbelievable, the job they've done. And your father has been really incredible. The job they've done here is incredible. And we've made it work. And, you know, they were being wooed by others. But there's no more wooing. I think we're in pretty good shape.
Absolutely.
There's no more wooing. I've been friends with leaders, 3 leaders in particular, that we saw over the last 3, 4 days, 5 days. And they're great people. They're great people, and they love our country, and we love them. So it's been. Now it's time to go back home. My daughter had a baby. I'm going to go back home and see that little baby. And then we get back to a lot of work. We'll see what happens with Russia and Ukraine. I think it's something that's just, we got to stop the killing. 5,000 people a week. 5,000 young people a week on average being killed in a war that is going nowhere. It's a shame. Should have never happened. But we have other things to do also. Plus we have an Iran situation.